Right, hi everyone, how are you doing? All right, welcome to Newcastle Fans TV. I am joined by our special man who done the vlog for us on Saturday. How are you doing, Owen?
Good, thank you.
Great, thank you. Well, I'm a bit cold of this weather, like, hence the reason why I've got this on. What's the weather like down your way?
Pretty snowy. It's pretty deep as well.
It's horrible, isn't it? Absolutely horrible. Right, we're going to be looking at Liverpool. This video is all about looking at the opposition. And Owen wanted to pop on, so I said, why not? Wait until I get in from work and stuff, and we'll get you on and we'll have a chat about it. So, Owen, let's talk about Liverpool, the last six fixtures. I've got it in front of you. You've probably got it in front of yours as well. We'll put it on the graphic on screen as well. If you look at their last six fixtures, you'll probably see that away win in Porto, that 5-0, was pretty special, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty special. Mane hat-trick as well.
What do you think that? Do you know, looking at that West Brom defeating the FA Cup at home, do you think that gives us a little bit of hope?
Yeah, that fixture really stuck out for me when I was looking at the fixtures because they got beat by West Brom and they were at home as well. So West Brom are bottom of the Premier League at the moment, so you wouldn't really expect that from a side as low down the Premier League as that. So it kind of gives me a little bit of hope going into the game that we can at least get something.
Yeah, I think it's probably both sides rotated that as well. I mean, we haven't seen the lineups for that, have we? But if you look at the last six fixtures, they've won 4, drawn 1, lost 1. But the thing that worries me is 18 goals scored in those 6 games, which is frightening. That's on average 3 every game, which is a frightening 6, which is an average of 1 every game. And the last 4, because obviously 2 of those were cup games, the last 4 games they picked up 10 from possible 12. So they're doing well, and they're after the Champions League spot. We'll talk about the league table in a second. But it's pretty obvious who's the key men, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go on, name them. Everybody talks about them.
Mane, Firmino, and Salah. The front three. Yeah.
Oh, you got it. I thought you were going to do it there because I got 40 doing it last night. Yeah, it's those 3, isn't it? They're absolutely. Do you know if you just take them away because everybody talks about them all the time? Is anybody in that Liverpool side? You just take those front 3 out. They think, well, he could be one. He could be one.
Take that front 3 out, and you haven't really got Liverpool at the moment because if they didn't have those front 3, then they would be losing a lot more than they are winning because the players they've got in the rest of that team, they're not they haven't really got an out and out goal scorer like on the bench that they can bring on.
Probably don't need it with all the goals that are flying in. What about Emre Can? What about the Ox has been playing much better recently? Karius has come in for a lot of stick previously. He's improved a lot more as well. Robertson, the left back, he's done well since he's come in this season.
Yeah, well, I think Oxlade-Chamberlain's really upped his game since he's moved to Liverpool. I know there's a lot of controversy surrounding that signing, because we thought he'd be a bit of a flop, but he's actually turned out all right at Liverpool, and I think under Klopp he's really changed his game. Robertson, who's coming at left back, I think he's done pretty well in the last couple of games that he's been in as well. So I think they have got good players when you take those 3 out, but they're not really. I can't see them getting much further. I can't see them getting very far with those.
Yeah. Okay. Now looking across now at their strengths, I'll talk you through the strengths, and then we can move on to the style of play at the moment. So Liverpool's strengths. Where do you start off all of this? You can talk about goals, shooting from direct free kicks, give a free kick at the edge of the area, and pop up one. Creating and finishing chances as well, counter-attacks, creating long shots, individual skills, the likes of Salah and Mane on the right, even Firmino even up top as well. They do a lot of high pressing, so they'll be chasing us down when we have the ball. When defending set pieces, which surprised me a little bit, but all of that is attack, isn't it? And that doesn't surprise you, does it?
No, it doesn't surprise me at all. That front 3, they could literally penetrate any defense in Europe, I reckon.
It's mint, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they've got really good at it.
What about their style? How do you think Liverpool play? What is their style?
Well, because they've got a lot of pace going forward, they can obviously hit teams on the counter. When I was looking at the stats, they haven't really hit teams on the counter so much. They've only scored, I think it was 8 goals on the counter attack this season. So although they've got pace, that it's not really their main goal scoring technique, but they can hit us on the counter if they wanted to, which I don't think they will because I think we'll sit pretty deep. The way they they like to play with the ball in the middle of the field as well. What I realised is that their action thirds, it's 47% in the middle, 37% in the opposition half, and 23% in their own half. So they like to keep that ball in that central area, and they like
you see a lot of through balls of Liverpool, don't you, from the midfield, getting it out wide to Salah, who obviously comes in from the left of his right, and on the other end, Mane. So you see a lot of that as well, going through the middle leg pace through the through balls as well. Short passing as well, you very rarely see Liverpool go long, do you? It's pretty straight, direct, on the floor football most of the time as well. So you'll probably see that as well. Rotation, Jurgen Klopp likes to rotate. And what I was surprised when I was looking at, obviously our facts are from whoscored.com, they play the offside trap. They play very high up, which gives you. Do you think that's good for Dwight Gale?
I think that's great for Dwight Gale. Like that's if we go for Dwight Gale up top, which I really hope Rafa does, and if he's fit for the weekend as well, obviously because he was feeling a bit tight after the Bournemouth game.
You would think so, wouldn't you?
But if we can go with Gale, then I would go with Gale because he can stretch out the fence, he can break through, and he could hit them on the counter. So.
Okay, right, cool. Now, obviously, every team has its weakness, and it's difficult to look at Liverpool as well. Now, the first thing, even if before you look at stats, you always go and criticise the defence. There's an individual error somewhere. You always say it's the goalkeeper, whether it's Mignolet or Karius as well. You know, I was criticised in the comments on a previous video for saying that, but the stats back it up. Is that in the last, last 13 games they've conceded 16, and half of those are coming from mistakes. It's pretty obvious where Newcastle need to hurt Liverpool, isn't it?
Yeah, their defence, I don't think is the strongest in the league, to put it nicely. One key name in there that I'd like to pull out, Lovren. He's very prone to mistakes, I think, and if he was to come in, then I think we'd have to target that and, you know, make a.
Well, even if it's Matip, I think you've got to go there because we've seen it at St James's Park when that through ball. Liverpool are vulnerable in behind there when we've got runners stretching the defence. And ironically, Hoslu's not the quickest, but Shelby, that eye of a needle through ball. Yes, you could say it's a bit of fortunate that Matip tackled Hoslu and it rolled in, but there is that danger that we can threaten. And it does give us hope. You know, you've seen West Brom score 3 against them, so they are suspecting defence. And I'm sure Liverpool will look at us and think, well, you're not very good. Yeah, I know you're not very good there, but Liverpool are expected to beat us, aren't they? Now, the league table, they're sitting in 3rd at the minute.
Yeah.
Obviously, where do you think Liverpool will finish? Obviously, we'll put the league table on screen now. Where are they going to finish?
Well, obviously, I think they're going to finish in the top 4 because that attack is top 4 worthy. But I think either 2nd or 3rd. It depends on Man United, really, whether they pick up their form and they sort themselves out, or whether Liverpool can continue their good form and just, you know.
Yeah, I think they're set for the top 4. I think you're right in saying that, again, they attack, everybody talks about it, but they want to go for 2nd, don't they? The league's over. Manchester City are going to win it, but they want to beat Man United. I mean, they don't get on with Man United. They hate Man United. Real Man United fans, hate Scousers as well. So they'll want to play for 2nd, and you're all right. I think they will be top 4 as well. What's your predicted Liverpool 11? What are you going to go with?
So I put Karius in goal because I think he's played pretty well recently. I've got Robertson at left back, Van Dijk at centre back, Lovren alongside him, Gomez at right back. Then in midfield, I've got Wijnaldum and Henderson playing deep with Chamberlain, the attacking midfielder. And then I've got Mane on the left, Salah on the right, and Firmino up top on his own.
Quickly get Chris now. Obviously, we're suffering a crisis here in the UK with the weather, but Chris isn't. Chris is loving it up in the heat. Over at you, Chris.
Going into Liverpool, we know tactically Rafa, will set up very well. Remember 2 years ago, we went there and snuck a 2-2 draw. So, yeah, anything can happen though. They've been battering teams, 3-4, 5-0. So, I said this when we were playing against Man City. Oh, let's just keep the score down. But we put in a good performance and actually just had a couple of narrow defeats to them. So let's hope for something like that. Maybe even nick a draw. So.
Right, you jammy gits. Look at the weather out there, man. Chris, I hate you. Right, so it's going to be difficult at Anfield. It is. There's always goals in this one. Owen, what's the score prediction on this?
I'm going to go 1-1 because I definitely think there is a mistake in their defence, and it happened at St James's Park, so why can't it happen again?
Interesting. You think we'll shut them off and just let them have one goal? I've already got a record, so I kind of changed mine. I think we will get beat 3-1, but I'd love to be proven wrong. Absolutely love to be proven wrong. And that's it. If you're a fan, get yourself on. like Owen has as well. Obviously, he's wanted to pop on. There's a fan challenge. We'll get anybody involved as well. Let us know what you think in the comments down there below. Liverpool fans as well. Let us know your score predictions. These are meant to win this game, let's be honest with you. But you never know. We beat Man United. See you later. Bye-bye.